I've been doing a lot of studying this week on weakness, and the world definitely has weakness all wrong. Looking up the definition of weakness in the dictionary, it referenced being inadequate or even defective. And I think what a poor definition of something that can be so beautiful. You're probably thinking, how in the world is weakness beautiful? Well, as I've been studying and reading through the Bible, every single time that weakness was displayed, God came in and did a work in that person, did a work in that situation. Every single time that weakness was displayed. The problem is, nowadays, we cover weakness up. We're afraid to talk about our weaknesses. We're too busy bragging on our strengths, bragging on things that we think we have the ability to overcome, when in reality we end up failing anyway. At one time or another, every single strength inside of us is going to fade away. But if we start to examine our weaknesses, if we start to let go of everything that we think we are able to do inside of us, and we give it all to God, it's then and only then that He's going to start to work in our lives. In 2 Corinthians chapter 12, Jesus tells Paul that his power, Jesus' power, is made perfect in weakness. He says His grace is sufficient. So why do we think that we are going to be able to overcome the trials in our lives, the struggles in our life, on our own? And a lot of times as Christians, we'll just tag on Philippians 4:13, saying that Jesus is our strength, that I can do everything in Christ who gives me strength. But I think we misinterpret that. He's not adding to the strength that we have. He's not adding. He's not on top of. God's not going to sit there and struggle with us. He's not going to compete for our attention. He wants it all, or He wants none of it at all. So, as I've studied, I've started to realize that I need to reevaluate how I look at my life, how I look at the strengths and weaknesses in my life. And yeah, it's great to have strengths. It's great to be good at things, to excel in certain areas. But I think I need to be more realistic with my weaknesses. I need to get rid of all the pride and start to become humble to those things. And I think then and only then am I really going to start to see that I can be effective, not only for the Lord, but in my life in general. I guess that's just something that I wanted to share, and something that I hope you're able to think about yourself.